Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So in this video,
Breaking news. This here is Sadia Khan, a self-proclaimed psychologist and relationship coach. If you don't remember her, let me refresh your memory. Check out this clip.
But you'll be so surprised that men are far more loyal to good sex than good women. Far more loyal. And that's why they get cheated on so much, and why they accept cheating so much. Because if they get good sex, they'll go back to it.
She has over 1.8 million followers on social media, and she's charging between $8,000 and $12,000 for coaching sessions or 3-month programs like High Value Man and Masculinity Mastering. Her mantra: be a high value woman or man, reject cheap attention, master self-discipline, and build lasting relationships. She claims a BSc in psychology from the University of Manchester, a master's in education and developmental psychology from Regent's University, and diplomas in psychotherapy, CBT, and inner child healing. Sounds legit, right? But hold that thought. Posts on social media say that her degrees are fake, alleging she's only got a teaching certificate, no clinical training, and isn't registered with any credible psychological body like the British Psychological Society. Critics say she's been dodging verification for years, with one Reddit user who did extensive research claiming she was even fired from a London high school for faking her teaching credentials. Now, in the last few days, the plot thickens. Leaked screenshots and audio clips hit the internet, exposing Sadia as the side chick to a man already engaged. In text allegedly from January 2025, she writes to him, "Babe, when can I have with you? You're so long. I need a substitute." Another text says, "Girls can choose any man, period. We have a side man on this chick. Never told you I'm such a no-stress side chick." Then an audio from the fiancé, confronted by the fiancé. Sadia snaps, "I'll suck his if you have an attitude, and I can do it on your wedding day and your birthday after." These words are all over social media, destroyed her image as a person of moral relationships. Her own advice: the main thing to be a high-value woman is to reject attention, and self-awareness is key. Now seems like BS to me. Posts on social media are calling her a con artist, Khan, and a fraud. Her response: instead of remorse, she's doubled down, sending voice messages to critics threatening to post their addresses online and disabling comments on her latest YouTube video accounts on social media. So what do you think? Is her career over, or will this blow over?
I don't think her career is over, and if anything, I believe she's going to get more clients, i.e. men. Okay, because I believe that the majority of people who are paying $8,000 to talk to her are men, not women. If there's 100%, I believe 90% are men. So there's going to be more men who are going to pay that $8,000 to talk to her, possibly because they also wanted to be their side chick. Because let's be real, okay? For a man to have $8,000 to pay to talk to her for an hour, it's going to be a certain type of man, okay? It's going to be a certain type of man. It's not just your regular Joes. And don't get me wrong, I know there are some men out there who don't have it like that, whose monies are short, but they will use credit cards. They'll use credit cards just to show face, so they can also show that, yeah, they also have it like that, So yeah, personally, I don't support side chick business. I don't think it helps a woman in any way. For a woman who charges $8,000 for a coaching session or whatever it is, she's going to attract a certain type of men, She's teaching men and women how to be high value, so she's presenting herself to be high value herself, okay? So that means that she's going to be attracting a certain type of men, okay? So yeah, for me personally, I don't think her career is over. If anything, I think she's going to make more money. And I also believe that she's going to get a lot more side chick proposals. Okay. If I know men the way I think I do, there's going to be a lot more men who are going to ask her to be their side chicks, because maybe they were thinking that she is untouchable, but now, because of all the allegations that has come out, they are going to be like, oh, maybe I also stand a chance. So for me personally, if I'm going to tell her anything, find a way to fix that as soon as possible. But anyway, let's get into what people have to say.
I wonder how many of you are still going to pay like £129 or going on £500 to go listen to Sadia Khan speak about high value relationships and modern day dating. Even though she is or was a side chick to a fiance, being very, very horrible and weird to another woman that was with someone else and she was, yuck. Guys, this is why I say, take everything you see online with a pinch of salt. Even here, right? We're all human. But you see some of these relationship coaches, guys, please, women, so she's charging like, what, 500 and something pound for a video call. And I don't know how long ago it was. You know, we're all human, we make mistakes. But to even ever be happy and whatnot, to be a side chick, being so horrible and weird to another woman about it, oh god, I just think we all make mistakes and whatnot, but that is just, girl, no. And you know, a lot of these relationship gurus and whatnot, girl, don't be paying money. That's why, don't be paying all these thousands of pounds, hundreds of pounds for them, right? It's absolutely absurd behavior. And a lot of them, I'm not trying to be rude, guys, but they're not even married. That's why I won't call myself a relationship coach or guru or whatnot. Maybe in a couple of years or whatnot if I'm married. I don't know, but like, come on. Like, but am I surprised? Am I surprised, girl? No. Am I surprised? No. Like, I can tell with an aura, like, her aura is not giving.
Stop telling women to decenter men. Because women hate to hear this, but it takes a special kind of strength to decenter men. And vice versa for men with women. Men and women are each other's kryptonite. So it's not useful to come online and tell women to completely move away from something that kind of orbits their universe. Which is why I specifically focus on teaching women how to date men in terms of how to understand men, how to know what their agenda is and how to work around it so you get what you want out of a relationship with a man. Because the reality is, I know that if any woman could find a man that's loving, respectful, loyal, caring, good at communication, why wouldn't you want that? Like, we're not put on the earth to be solitary creatures. All of this to say, I am not in any way confused, baffled, shocked to hear about what is happening with Sadia Khan. If you don't know, allegedly, she has been exposed as being a side chick to a man who is engaged. And while it's not behavior that I would encourage, I'm not judging her because at the end of the day, stuff like this happens all the time. And I will always go back and blame the patriarchy, because if you did not convince women that their number one achievement in life is getting a man, then we would not have a lot of these behaviors. If women were taught from birth to stand in their independence, be themselves, fend for themselves and not rely on men for being a provider. Men are not providers, but I digress. And just to add to that, please stop listening to dating and relationship coaches that are not married. I want to add happily married, but that's subjective. We can't get into that. But someone who is not able to implement the skills to maintain a long-term successful relationship that ends up in marriage, which is the pinnacle, if you say, of marriage, is not qualified to teach you how to do so. Just at a baseline. No shade to Sadia Khan, because I actually really love her advice. And FYI, I don't think you should discount her advice because this has happened. I mean, girl. But I still like your advice. But mainly, stop thinking that it's men or no men. That is not the solution to the dating issue we have right now. The solution to the dating issue we have right now is understanding men, understanding how men think, understanding what they've been taught, understanding how the patriarchy and misogyny affects their behavior and affects you as a woman and affects your life, so that you can look at the overall situation and make a plan to get what you want out of it, whether that's a relationship, whether that's a marriage, whether that's love. And I hope it's all of those things, because you absolutely deserve it. But also, it might be being single. There is nothing. We need to take away the shame and stigma that is around being single. And I know that's probably hard to hear for me as someone who's married, but baby, singleness is an option if people don't play their position. And I love my man, so that is not an option for me right now. But it's better to be single and safe and stress-free than to be arguing with somebody's fiance on the phone, baby. Tell you the truth. Now, like I always say, there's always an exception to the rule. For best results, assume it's not you. Mwah.
For all the people that told me I must be jealous of Sadia fraudulent psychopath Khan, and I must wish I was her, and etc. I bet you'll eat your words shortly, because she's getting busted by quite a few people now. I know there are 5 women who are taking her to court for fraud. Other people are showing her up on Instagram. I knew it would all come out in the end. And just hear me with my silly little following. Some of you trolls thought you could just presume that I must be jealous of her. Are you mad? Anyway, the little troll, because that's what she is being exposed, and I'm so here for it. Honestly, karma does exist, doesn't it? You know, you sometimes think, does it exist? Doesn't it? And then you always see that it does. Like, people who, what goes around comes around. And also, just logically, if you piss so many people off and you're just rude and nasty to so many people, word is going to get around. I can't believe how many people she does this to. It's not just like a few. I have so many messages from people saying, oh, she's done it to me. But please don't repost it because I'm scared she's going to post my address. Like, I've just been sent by somebody now, like a screen recording where she's literally saying, come on then, answer the phone. And it's like, oh my God.
Sadia Khan, a woman that charges $8,000 an hour for relationship advice, has been outed for being a side chick. I think it's important for people to be qualified to give you life advice, meaning that they should, at the very least, live the life that you want to lead. Okay, like I'm not an astronaut, right? But if I give you advice on how to be an astronaut, I might be right, but you should take it with a grain of salt, right? I think the same thing applies here. If you're going to listen to someone that claims to be a relationship guru and someone that is going to help you be led to the promised land, they should already be at the promised land, right? It's like working with a trainer that is fit as opposed to working with a trainer that just knows a theory. You want someone that's living the lifestyle, I'd say, in most cases. So I will say, though, the only relationship therapist or like psychologist or like coach, if you will, that is legit is probably Esther Perel. Look her up. She's amazing. As you know, some not so traditional approaches to some of the problems we face in relationships in the modern era, but she actually is married to somebody decent. Last time I checked, is a wonderful person to be around, at least in terms of like how she talks and how she carries herself, and is quite understanding in the struggles that people go through. So at least in my mind, she's not a fraud. Like, she's the only person that I've listened to that is definitely worth looking into and maybe adopting some of the philosophies in your own relationships. But I digress. Look into the people that give you advice. That's all I gotta say. I mean, it might, even if they don't live that life that you want, you know, you can still listen to them, but just be on guard, be awake about it. Don't just blindly follow people for no reason, right?
But what I do say to women, I was like, it's unreasonable to expect your husband to still be attracted to you when you let yourself go. It is totally unreasonable. And if you really gained a lot of weight and you become a different woman and then he has an affair and you're shocked, you can't be shocked. I know it's not nice to hear, and I know that a lot of them are going, oh, you're such a misogynist.
What are you going to do about it? I'll suck it to have an attitude, and I can do it today if I want to.
Go on.
And I can do it on your wedding day and your birthday.
Okay, well, we'll see.
After.
Okay.
I've been in situations where he's been with you in a social setting. He'll call me after.
Sadia psychology is a side chick of a man who is already engaged and is arguing with this woman who found out what she's been up to. She tries to lecture you how to be a high-value man and a high-value woman, but she herself has no respect for herself. Imagine being with somebody else's man. I mean, don't you have any self-respect for yourself? I know you did a $29 diploma on relationship psychology from a website which is not even recognized, but did that not teach you to have a little bit of respect for yourself? Imagine having somebody else's man in you. I mean, this is your Muslim influencer relationship coach, and she can't pull a single man. She is not even a main course. She has to be a side chick.
Main thing I would say to be a high value woman is always you have ability to reject attention.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
The third step towards becoming a high value woman, and this is genuinely so important, it's self-awareness. Now,
Oh, hey. Hell no. Hell no.
Only one thing that all women want.
What are you going to do about it? I'll suck it if you have an attitude, and I can do it today if I want to.
Go
And
on.
I can do it on your wedding day.
Yeah, so as I was saying, I don't think her career is over. This is not going to change anything. If anything, she's going to be attracting more men because it's men. It's men. But if we're going to take anything away from this whole situation, yes, take everything you see online with a pinch of salt. Careful of who you listen to. At the end of the day, we are all humans at the end of the day, okay? So even including me, like, don't listen to me. I just come here to share my thoughts and opinions about other people's situations, okay? I don't think a lot of people listen to me, to be honest. I think most people come here for the compilation, so it's fine. I just share and I share what other people have to say about it, and it is what it is. But if there's any takeaway from this whole situation, if you're going to be a woman, right, that supports men, that speaks for men, that advocates for men, make money out of it. Okay? Make money out of it. There's no need for you to be supporting men and rooting for men and be poor and be broke. Make a lot of money out of it. Okay? Because the quickest way to make it on social media these days is either, number one, you're a man that support men. You know, you speak for men, you advocate for men. You are a man that supports women. Number two, okay, you speak for women, you advocate for women. Or you're a woman that supports men. Those are the three categories that I see as one of the highest, quickest way for you to make it on social media if you were able to start social media, okay? As for the rest of us, we struggle, okay? We struggle because the truth of the matter is not a lot of women are on this side, you know? You think that you come on social media, you hear all these things. There's a lot of women out there who are still on the Sadia Khan side of things. Plus, there's a lot of people who are against it. So, to be honest, on certain platforms, you know, they'll try to push your content down because obviously you're not saying the right things, which is at least my opinion, although they'll say otherwise, it's true. Okay, so for me, all I'm saying is if you're going to be one of those women who support men, make money out of it, okay? Don't be a side chick, you know, treating another woman and talking to her badly because of her husband. That one, I don't support. Because it can be you like that, okay? Unless you plan to be a side chick forever. But if you're going to be a main chick, just be prepared, you know, because karma is a bitch. I always say karma is a bitch. Yes. So be careful of how you move when you are the side chick, unless you don't plan to be the main chick. And even if you don't plan to be the main chick, karma is still a bitch. What goes around comes around, my dear. Okay? So, yeah. But, yeah, I understand that. Obviously, she was supposed to talk to her husband, okay? Which we always talk about. Confront your husband, because if you go to the side chick, she's going to come for you. Both of you are dealing with your husband, who is the problem, not her. But if you make it a point to come to her, she's going to give it to you anyhow, which is the case, okay? So confront your husbands. Don't go to the side chick. That's another lesson. And also, if you are the side chick, please, at the end of the day, you are the side chick, okay? A bit of respect for another woman, okay? Her heart is breaking. She's been in there for a very long time. So at least a little bit of respect. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be mean. But then there's no other context to the whole conversation. So there's no whole conversation. There's just a portion of her telling her she's going to do X, Y, and Z. Okay? So to be honest, it's social media. Okay? But the takeaway for me personally, like I was saying before, if you're ever going to be a pick-me, if you're ever going to pander to men, if you're even ever going to start social media, make money. Please, make money. Okay, don't do it for free. Don't come here fighting with the rest of us for free. Do it for money. You see your sister? She's making a lot of money doing that. She's charging the men money, which I think is smart. To be honest, I think she's very smart. As for the women that they said that she has frauded them, I hope she pays them back their money. Don't fraud women. If you are going to fraud them, I didn't say it, but keep it with the men. It's fine, but don't fraud the sisters. That one I don't support. Okay, but if you are going to go with the men, they have the money. Take it from them. I don't mind. Me, I don't mind. I don't care. Yeah. So, like I was saying before, I hope she sorts this whole situation out. And as for her losing her car, no, that's not going to happen. That one, it won't happen. It won't happen. It will die down. There will be more men lining up to have access to her now that they know that they can. Why is it that all these OF models have millions of men making them millionaires? That one, I don't think it's going to happen. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions about all of this in the comments, and I'll see you again in another video. Take care of yourselves and one another. Bye.